Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to DeVos Fieldhouse. I'm Blaine Wiersbicki alongside James Rogers. Happy to bring you guys the action. As always, we've got Hope and Adrian tonight in another MIAA men's basketball matchup. The women's team picked up another win earlier this afternoon here at DeVos to remain undefeated, and the men hope to pick up the win today to stay in a tie with Alma for first place. A lot going on right now in terms of position in the MIAA tournament coming up, and this should be a good game and a great test for the Dutchmen at home. At Adrian, they squeaked out a close win. It was a very close game.
Right.
James, you got a little bit about that.
Right. Tuned in a little bit on that live broadcast at Adrian. The Bulldogs, they kept chipping away. They were down 10 at halftime on January 20th, hosting the Dutchmen. Had a lead of 5 at one point in the game. Hope, double-digit lead, as we said, at halftime, and extended that early second half. Ended up being 76-73 in favor of Hope. Got the win on the road. Chad Carlson came through big for the Dutchmen with 17 there on January 20th. And off the bench, you had Cody Stivey with 10, Mitch O'Brien with 8. But, Carlson leading the way with 17. Hit 5 threes in that one. But Adrian, like we said, came out firing. Now they're here at DeVos, where Hope's undefeated.
Yep.
Great opportunity for the Bulldogs to get a little revenge on Hope, and we'll see how they attack here. Senior day for Hope.
Yeah, it should be a great game. You mentioned senior night here, and we're actually about to hear the senior night ceremonies here.
Yep.
So we're going to cut over to that and let you guys get the action live. We'll be right back after that.
Yeah.
Graduate after studying elementary education with a focus in English and language arts and a minor in classical studies. After graduation, Kelly plans to look for a teaching job in West Michigan. She is accompanied today by her parents, Greg and Mary Battistone, her sister, Michaela, and her fiancé, Davion Mitchell. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Kelly Battistone. Next is Mitch Kukovich. Mitch will be graduating from Hope College with an education composite major with a computer science minor. He plans to find his place as a website developer after graduation. He is accompanied by his mother, Lisa, and father, Leon. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mitch Kukovich. Next, Catherine Smith. Catherine has been a team captain for Hope College cheerleading. She will graduate with an elementary English language arts education certification. Catherine plans on pursuing a teaching career at the middle school level in West Michigan. She is accompanied by her boyfriend, Dean Nichols. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Catherine Smith. Next is Evan Thomas. Evan will graduate with a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science and a minor in Communication. He will be staying in the Holland area after graduation, working in software development. He is accompanied by his mother, Susan, and his father, Scott. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Evan Thomas. Next is Max Wright. Max will graduate with a sociology degree. His plans are to continue working at Heritage Homes until he is accepted to be on the reality TV show Survivor. He is accompanied by his mother, Cheryl, and his father, Scott. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Max Wright. Unable to be here this evening due to illness is senior cheerleader Dalton Blood. Dalton will graduate from Hope College with a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics. He plans to attend medical school next year and wants to become an orthopedic surgeon. Though he is not here, let's please recognize Mr. Dalton Blood. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your 2015-2016 Hope College senior cheerleaders. The senior class for this year's men's basketball program has combined to lead the Flying Dutchman to a record entering tonight of 76 wins and 28 losses, including a 20-2 mark this season. Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet our senior men's basketball players. First up is Brock Benson. Brock will graduate with a degree in mechanical engineering. A co-captain, Brock has embraced that role and served his teammates the way a captain should, says Coach Greg Mitchell. Brock has become a vocal leader and plays with genuine passion for the game. His career has seen him evolve into one of the top Division III post players in the country. Brock is accompanied by his mother, Joan, and his father, Cliff. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brock Benson. Next, Alex Edson. Alex will graduate after completing a double major of accounting and management. Alex has an amazing ability to take over a game with his sharp shooting skills from the three-point range, according to Coach Greg Mitchell. His fearlessness has helped him put his stamp on numerous big Hope College wins throughout his career. Alex is accompanied by his mother, Robin, and his father, Bob. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Alex Edson. Next, Ben Gardner. Ben will graduate with a degree in public accounting. He was selected this week as one of 10 men's college basketball players across the country to the NABC All-State Good Works team. Coach Greg Mitchell has said Ben has led the Flying Dutchman in scoring all year with his tough and crafty play offensively, but is also heralded as one of the top defensive players in the MIAA. He is accompanied by his mother, Sally, and his father, John. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ben Gardner. Next is Sam Otto. Sam Otto will graduate with a degree in mechanical engineering. Coach Mitchell says Sam's athleticism and versatility on the court is directly related to his work ethic. Sam is one who dedicates himself to putting in extra time, and he's always striving to get better. Sam is accompanied by his mother, Tracy, and his father, Dave. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sam Otto. And finally, Stephen Wittenbach. Stephen Wittenbach will graduate after finishing a double major of communication and management. Coach Greg Mitchell says Stephen has endured more adversity than any player should ever have to in his career at Hope College, and he has exhibited a level of resilience that is simply inspiring. Stephen is accompanied by his father, Steve, and his sister, Allie. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Stephen Wittenbach. Ladies and gentlemen, our 2015-2016 Hope College men's basketball seniors.
Always a special night when it's senior night, and some of the best fans in college basketball, certainly the best fans in Division III.
Absolutely.
All here in a packed house, even during a break when a lot of the students are home on a long 4-day weekend. They really pack the house, and it's a great honor to see these seniors come out here and be recognized. Obviously a senior class that, as they mentioned, has done a lot to help out this program, leading the Dutchmen to a 20-2 record so far this year. They're a team to be reckoned with, and they've got a lot of national attention this year. So,
yeah, Hope entering tonight, number 7 in the country, latest D3 Hoops poll. Yeah, you talk about the senior class, Ben Gardner, he does so much for this squad, leading the team in scoring, steals, he's up there in rebounds. We got Brock Benson, who's right up top 5 MIAA field goal percentage. He can rebound, he'll give you double figures in scoring too. You're seeing the guys go across the screen right there. Sam Otto, Alex Edson, Stephen Wittenbach spark off the bench throughout the year too.
Yeah, you notice that graphic, the 5 seniors going by right there. That's not just for the 5 seniors. That's our starting lineup graphic. Always fun on senior night to see 5 seniors going on starting. How perfect is it that we've got exactly 5 seniors graduating in this class?
Right.
All of them getting a chance to play together to start this game. And we'll see how long they go out there together and how they mix things up, because Adrian, a team this year that you're going to have to come out ready to play. They've got some great athletes, and one of the names that stands out right away is Coville. And looking at the numbers, you mentioned to me, their leading scorer this year.
Right, yeah. Averaging over 20 points per game in MIAA play. That's good to lead the conference. Also checking out his rebounding numbers, 9.3 per game in conference play. That's second in the conference, so he's right up there threatening for maybe MIAA MVP. I'm not sure. I mean, Adrian comes into tonight 5-6 in conference, so not great, but still, if you got Coville averaging 20 and nearly 10 in conference play, that's going to stand out to the coaches and whoever else is going to rep him for all MIAA honors.
Yeah, Coville, the senior out of Westland, John Glenn High School, 6'4", 195, so got some good size for a guard. Big part of the reason he's able to get some of those rebounds to go along with his high scoring ability. On the other side, talking about seniors, you mentioned Ben Gardner leading the team this year in scoring by a long shot, averaging over 15 points a game. He's always been a versatile player for Hope, but this year has really stepped up. I mean, 15 points a game is no joke, especially with how tough the MIAA is this year. This is one of the toughest MIAA slates we've seen.
Right.
A lot of good teams right now battling just to get into that fourth spot in the conference tournament. It's going to be a good one this year. Hope and Alma's sitting up top, tied for first, obviously. And right now, Hope's got the edge. If they can win out, they will host the tournament. All of the games will be played here. That's already the case for the women, so we know we'll see all 3 MIAA tournament games here at Hope. And if the men win out, that'll be the case as well. So we'll have 6 MIAA tournament games played on 2 different dates. So we're going to see, so that'll be crazy. We're going to see a couple games, 4 games played, and then we're going to see 2 games played. So on Friday, Saturday, that'll be unbelievable. They're going to have to really run things through here. It'll be like a Big Ten tournament setting. One of those big tournaments. You got everybody playing games all day here. So
it'll be nearly March. We're almost to March basketball too, but that'll be a great preview to March basketball.
Absolutely. Ann Baker and the ticket office will have their hands full figuring that out. They do a great job. As always. This is the 3rd to last regular season game for Hope. They go on the road to Kalamazoo and then on the road for the second rivalry of the year in the last edition against Calvin on the road. And Calvin's struggling this year. Obviously, they lost today to Kalamazoo by 15 on the road at Kalamazoo. So, Hope can't be looking ahead to that Calvin game because you certainly could run into some trouble at Kalamazoo the way they've been playing. They gave Hope some trouble here, no doubt about that.
Right. You mentioned, Blaine, earlier, really going off what you just said, the toughness of an MIAA conference schedule, and we look at what these 2 teams tonight are coming off of. Hope goes to Trine, beats them by 7, low-scoring game, defensive prowess on both sides, 57-50. Hope came out on top on Wednesday at Trine, and then tough loss for the Bulldogs on Wednesday. They went to Albion, took a 19-point loss, scored just 41 points. So it is brutal. It's a Wednesday, Saturday grind, MIAA play. And you look at, we talked about Adrian just losing to 3 by Hope. Close game with Alma recently on February 3rd, lost by 5 to the second, or team tied in first in MIAA. So that's a combined 2 losses of 8 points to the top 2 teams in the MIAA. They have athleticism, they got defense, they got a prime time scorer in Coville, and I'm excited to watch them play live here in DeVos. That's going to be some good basketball.
Yeah, they definitely need to be ready to play. That's the Dutchman. Adrian and team, as we mentioned, come out and play with anybody on any given night. And as we can see, certainly a highly anticipated game as DeVos is packed, even as I mentioned with the students on break. Just something I wanted to mention, going back to Adrian. A lot of times, for these senior night celebrations, they can be lengthy, and I appreciate Hope actually keeping it fairly short there. Nobody likes to sit there that long. It's great to honor them, but they ran it pretty smoothly. Adrian was on the bench here, and they were standing up and applauding
that was
Hope
cool
seniors, and really a class move on the part of Adrian and Coach White to just stay there and show their respect as well. Obviously, Adrian, these guys have played against each other the past 4 years for the seniors for Adrian, so they understand and respect that Hope's a great program. And Jordan Denham, senior for Adrian, played at Hope, of course, for his first 2 years. So great to see some mutual respect between these 2 teams.
Right, you mentioned Denham. He's getting some time, too, on the Bulldogs squad. We look at him averaging just around 20 minutes per game in conference play, so you will get to see Denham take his former home floor here at DeVos tonight. But yeah, cool moment there, senior night here. Coach Mark White and his assistants, Jordan Kelly and Gerard Abram, standing up with him right by his side, applauding the Hope seniors. So We're ready to go here.
Yeah,
we're just about tip-off, starting lineups coming up.
Just about ready to hear the national anthem. And it looks like we've got a special guest singer here, so we're going to take a break here and let you guys listen on the national anthem. We'll be right back after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, to honor America with the singing of our national anthem, please welcome a member of Hope College's dance marathon and 7-year cancer survivor, Miss Ellen Neifert. And her very nervous partner, Mr. Darren Deistemars.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
I love you. Ladies and gentlemen, before we do our starting lineups, Hope College basketball would like to make a very special presentation to a very special senior on the Adrian College Bulldogs roster. He too is playing his last regular season game at DeVos Fieldhouse. Jordan Denham spent 2 years with the Flying Dutchman before transferring to Adrian. We want to thank Jordan for his time in the orange and blue and wish him nothing but the best. Ladies and gentlemen, Adrian College senior, Mr. Jordan Denham. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the DeVos Fieldhouse here in the campus of Hope College for tonight's men's varsity contest between the Bulldogs of Adrian College and your Hope College Flying Dutchman. Here are tonight's starting lineups. First for the Bulldogs at 1 forward, a 6'3 senior from Detroit, number 5, Ricky Jackson Jr. And at 1 forward for the Flying Dutchman, a 6'3 senior from Wheaton, Illinois, number 30, Sam Otto. At 1 forward for the Bulldogs, a 6'3 sophomore from Detroit, number 15, Anthony Cannon. And at 1 forward for the Flying Dutchman, a 6'4 senior from Grand Rapids, number 14, Steven Wittenbach. Starting at center for the Bulldogs, a 6'4 senior from Westland, number 1, Christian Colville. And at center for the Flying Dutchman, a 6'8 senior from Willowbrook, Illinois, number 40, Brock Benson. At 1 guard for the Bulldogs, a 6'1 freshman from Battle Creek, number 11, Trevon Johnson. And at 1 guard for the Flying Dutchman, a 6' senior from Carmel, Indiana, number 31, Ben Gardner. And at the final guard spot for the Bulldogs, a 6' senior from Lathrop Village, number 4, Jordan Denham. And at the final guard spot for the Flying Dutchman, a 6'2 senior from Grand Haven, number 22, Alex Edson. Adrian College is coached by Mark White. Hope College is coached by Greg Mitchell. Your officials this evening, Mr. Todd Frazier, Mr. Ben Hall, and Mr. Zach Sleva.
And we're back here after starting. Lineups have been announced. Always a fun show here at DeVos when the lights go down. The main lights, that is, the spotlights come out.
Right on.
And we mentioned the starting lineup for Hope, the 5 seniors. On the other side for Adrian, Ricky Jackson Jr. and Anthony Cannon at forwards, and Christian Coville, the senior, listed as the center, only 6'4". Obviously,
right.
Hope has more size than most of the teams they play, but a guy that can get a lot of rebounds, score in a lot of different ways. Jordan Denham at one guard and Trayvon Johnson at the other guard. That rounds out the starting lineup for the Bulldogs, and looks like both teams are just about out and ready to go.
Yeah, cool to see the 5 seniors taking the floor to tip it off here at DeVos.
Yeah, it'll be Benson out there for Hope per usual. Coville on the other side for Adrian. Looking at the size advantage, you'd expect Benson to come down with his tip, but you just never know. He does win most of them.
8-game winning streak for Hope. Haven't lost at home this year yet either. Let's see how Adrian comes out energy-wise.
And Hope starts off with the ball. It'll be Gardner bringing it up the floor per usual for the Dutchman. And it'll be interesting to see how they work this all-senior lineup. Not a lineup that we see too often, if ever.
Right.
Benson just trying to back down right away. I like that strategy. He can't get it to go, though. And right off the bat, it's going to stay with Hope. Very fortunate there. Benson recognizing the size advantage he has, just trying to back down his defender. He did that well, just couldn't quite finish, and very fortunate to stay with the basketball. 14 left on the shot clock now. Moving it up top now for Gardner with Otto on the wing. Obviously a prolific three-point shooter. Edson has been hot lately. Someone's going to have to take a shot quick. Let's see if it can be automatic. Launches it, no good. Tipped out by Benson. Adrian comes up with it. Jordan Denham coming the other way, 2-on-1. Hope gets out, though, to stop it quickly. Coming inside, nice move up and under to get the first basket of the game. That's Anthony Cannon.
I like that push to the rim there by the sophomore Cannon. Gets Adrian on board first.
Yeah, offensively, Hope, after Benson got it down inside quickly, it kind of slowed down there with 14-second shot clock. Really didn't look to get in for a good shot. Love to see him try and utilize that size. This one tipped out of bounds. Wittenbach was trying to get it down on the block. But there defensively was Ricky Jackson Jr. to poke it away, another senior. A lot of seniors on the floor right now.
A lot of seniors.
Gardner from the wing on the right side. Pretty nice drive, and the foul. Count it, three-point play. Opportunity the old-fashioned way, and a really nice job there with body control for Gardner. Obviously not a very tall player on the basketball floor, at least. Might be average when you see him walk down the street. But going up with the left hand there, obviously left-handed player, comfortable just tossing it over the shoulder like that. A great finish there for the senior.
Yeah, 6-foot senior, and we talked about his rebounding in the pregame. Second on the team, only 2 Flying Dutchmen with 100-plus rebounds. He's one of them, along with Benson.
And off the missed free throw, an offensive rebound. And Hope, once again, lucky to stay with the ball. A little bit sloppy there. They were lucky to get the rebound off the long miss on the free throw. And Adrian rolls out of bounds, so it'll stay down here with the Dutchman. 21 on the shot clock. We'll see if they can get a better look. Oh, and they get it in for Benson right away, and he's fouled underneath. Yeah, by Cannon, and he'll go to the line. Awkward. I thought he'd just shoot it right when he went up initially, caught the ball, decided to come back down, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2 anyways. And, you know, for a big man, Benson, much better free throw shooter than a lot of people might expect. You know, they see those big guys going to the line and don't expect them to be able to make a lot. Last year was shooting up in the 80% range. This year only at about 68, but that's kind of along with the current trend of the team, a team that set a record at 80% as a team last year. Much lower than that so far this year. Benson gets it to go, though, so no problems there. You just wonder how a team who shot 80% is down to about 71 as a team now. It's certainly improving. They were in the 60s earlier this year.
2 good-looking ones there from the 6'8" Benson. That inbounds play on the other possession, just good eye contact between Edson and Benson. Got 2 points out of it.
So Hope with a 2-point lead. Benson falls down, trying to play some defense, but fortunately for the Dutchman, Jackson couldn't get it to go. Ricky Jackson Jr. with a nice drive. Couldn't quite finish after Benson went to his back there on defense. So the Dutchman coming back the other way with the lead here. chance to extend to it. They're going to keep working inside to Benson. The strategy's obvious. He puts it up there. And Adrian's going to have a tough time stopping Benson unless they can get something figured out. Coach White talking to his assistants kind of with that same look. Something's got to give. Got to look to double. Pretty tough with a guy like Benson.
I like that game plan early. Feed it into the big man, make him go to work.
A lot of contact there on the drive. Colville went on Edson. You'd think it would be either a block or a charge, but it was neither. So we play on. Adrian fighting for the rebound. They'll get another chance here. Jordan Denham comes out. Coach White barking out signals to his team, trying to get the half-court offense set up. Denham taking his time with Wittenbach out on defense. Now to the top of the key for Ricky Jackson Jr. JD pulling up from three on the wing. He knocks it down. A big shot there from the former Dutchman. Played here more than any of his fellow teammates have. And showing that he's pretty comfortable here still, knocking down the three.
Good to see Denham get one to fall here. Even if you're a Hope supporter, you got to like seeing that. The former Dutchman cannon the three early.
Miscommunication there between Otto and Garner. Garner began to cut right when Sam Otto threw the pass. So off the mark there. Adrian now with a chance to take the lead here early on. Not even 3 minutes into the game, but Hope with a 6-5 lead. Trayvon Johnson brings it up the floor, gives it back off to Jordan Denham. Up to the top of the key now. Ricky Jackson Jr. trying to work on Sam Otto. Out into the corner. Let's see if Colville tries to work it inside. We know he's still got that. Oh, nice feed. Great ball moving to create a good look from the corner. Knocked down for three by Cannon. So Adrian doing a great job offensively. Right now they're flowing a little bit better than Hope is. Let's see if Hope tries to work it inside again. Watch out for a little pick and roll action. That's what Benson looked like he was trying to do. Gardner dribbling all around the court. Oh, what a pass inside. Benson couldn't quite get it to go. He wanted the three-point play opportunity, but he was held pretty hard there. Had a tough time getting the basketball up into the rim.
I like that no-look try, senior to senior. How about Cannon on the other end? 5 early points, the sophomore for Adrian. 8-6 lead for the Bulldogs early. Almost a mini victory in and of itself, Blaine. You know, nearly 4 minutes into this, you don't let the home team get out too quick. You yourself, as Adrian, take the 2-point early lead.
Benson doing his job so far from the free throw line. A fantastic pass there from Gardner to Benson. We'll see if we can't maybe get a little replay somewhere down the line. See if we can get another look at that once the action stops. Benson knocks down the free throw. 4 of 4 from the line, getting his points in a lot of different ways. Tied up at 8 apiece now.
Tight man-to-man shown by Hope early here.
Colville, deep three. Back heel, almost got an offensive rebound, though, and put in by Cannon. Coach Mitchell can't be too happy there.
Just a tough bounce there off the rim, too. 2 Hope guys flying up, but it just lands right into the Bulldogs' hands for an easy 2.
Otto for 2. Nice shot. That was well contested right up top there. Over an outstretched hand. He kind of used that outstretched arm as a sight.
You like seeing that from Otto, too.
Now a steal. Edson going the other way. Fakes it. Up with the left. A nice move to get the finish. Hope back up on top, 12-10. Wondered what Edson would do there. We know he's got the ability to get some strong finishes. Edson, one of the stronger guards in the MIAA, one of the thicker guards, and certainly a guy who can use his body to bully his way into good shots. And right there, some nice finesse.
That body type bodes well for him on defense, too. He can body up the opponent's high scorer and use that strength to harass the opponent.
Oh, my goodness. Colville jumped up. You can see those hops. His wrists were up above the rim trying to tap that one in. Couldn't quite get it to go. Fortunate for the Dutch. Wittenbach from the wing. Knockdown. Big three for the senior. Everybody with their hands in the air. And Harrison Blackledge with the 3-goal going on there on the bench. Love to see the senior getting the 3 ball.
I did. I was going to mention that earlier. See if Wittenbach can get a couple of open shots early. Doesn't see the floor all too much. Got the start tonight on senior night. Beautiful to see him. Pure stroke from the right wing there.
Looks like a hockey game now. The line change coming in for the Bulldogs. They've got 4 fresh subs coming into the game. Joey Lesniak coming in. Ken Henry. Ben Rodak as well. Trying to count up everybody that just came in the game. Tough to keep track of. Looks like Benson Bryant also in as well, and he's got the ball. Gardner defending. Still all the seniors out there for the Dutchmen. Pretty cool to see. They're getting a lot of time to play together. Oh, and jumped by Edson. He's got another chance. He's going up. He finishes. My goodness, 2 steals to 2 breakout buckets for Alex Edson on senior night, and a 17-10 lead for the Dutchman. Will force a timeout from Coach White and the Bulldogs. Great play so far.
Right.
As it looked like Adrian was starting to go up on top, moving the ball well. All of a sudden, the defensive pressure picks up, and the intensity, I think, picked up too. That's a big part of it on the defensive end for the Dutchman.
Right, and we talk about Edson. We talked about his defense, his body build. He can intercept, passing lane, beautiful anticipation there. And being left-handed, I know, like the scouting report, I know Adrian has seen Edson for years now. They've seen Gardner, both left-handed players. But in your time throughout a season, you guard so many right-handed players that you almost want to force guys left, but you just cannot do that with guys like Edson and Gardner in transition. Hope actually sports quite a few lefties, so it is tough to scout. It's tough to game plan for, but I love the body control by Edson there on the last possession. We've seen Gardner with a quick drive into the paint, super controlled, up and in. Nice showing early from Hope seniors.
Yeah, you mentioned a lot of lefties for Hope. I called the game about a week ago. They had 4 lefties out on the floor, and one of them had just checked out, and I said, boy, that's I don't know how many times you could say that's ever happened in college games. We get a foul here.
Right.
They're going to get Eddie with this one. He's not happy with the call. Never really is, of course, but like I said, how many times can you say you've had 5 lefties in the game at once? Here's a lefty checking in right now, Dante Hawkins, as well as Harrison Blackledge. Eddie going to take a seat on the bench as well as Stephen Wittenbach. But yeah, with Hawkins, Gardner, Brushweiler, Stivey, and Carlson. There's your 5 lefties right there.
A lot of southpaws. 2 fouls early on Edson there, too.
Good defense being played on Colville there by Gardner. Top of the key, well off the mark. Air ball on a 3-point attempt there for Mickey Jackson Jr. Could not quite get it to go. And early on, Adrian's shooting pretty well for the most part, but right now Hope taking advantage with a couple big steals, and that's the difference right now between 13-10 and 17-10. And Hope shooting 6 of 8 from the field. They shoot at that pace, you're not going to lose a lot of basketball games.
No. You'll take that percentage any night.
Hawkins, top of the key, good shot fake, gets inside, sends a floater up. Couldn't get it to go, battling for the rebound underneath. Adrian comes up with it. Eventually, it's Rodak that tracks it down.
First shot there for the sophomore Hawkins. I like the float shot just off the mark. He'll keep putting it up, though.
Great job to get into that position with the shot fake, too. Guy who will shoot from deep. Percentage isn't the highest, but certainly has shown he can make them. So he garners a lot of respect from defenses. Shot clock running down now for Colville and the Bulldogs. Oh, and that
looked like a double dribble.
I think the referee called that it was touched on the by the defender. Nonetheless, the shot missed. So here comes Hope the other way. Hawkins being hounded up top there by Henry. Trying to feed it inside for Blackledge. He gets caught in a double team, sneaks out though for Benson. Shot fake for Gardner inside, and a couple Bulldogs diving in. This ball just rolling around. Rodak eventually comes up with that interesting play right there. Colville trying to go inside. We're going to foul called on Gardner before he could get there. Maybe not a bad foul. Looks like he was going to have the inside edge to get to the bucket.
Colville also aggressive early in this one. He's a strong body too. He's going to exit the game here probably for a quick breather. But I like him trying to force the action there against Gardner, trying to get the senior guard into some foul trouble. Just one on Gardner.
Yeah, Colville definitely not the kind of guy you want to mess with. You're looking at him, very strong guy. And on the basketball floor, great ability to finish too, and that's why he's such a dynamic scorer.
All right.
Benson lucky not to pick up a foul there. Gardner with the steal. Jimmer almost got the save.
I almost got that one.
And Gardner tries tossing behind the back. Almost took a few heads off here in media row. So it'll stay with the Bulldogs. 17-10 lead for the Dutchman. 13 minutes still.
Almost jumped out of my seat to die for that one. I want that pass from the senior behind the back.
Maybe they let you hold on to the ball and get it signed after. So now Rodak.
Got to work on my reach there, though.
Yeah, interesting matchup with Rodak and Gardner.
That is.
A lot of interesting matchups. Adrian's a smaller, more guard-oriented team. And Hope will always usually have a center forward.
Got to put it up here.
And stepped down the baseline. I thought they were going to call a block. That would have been a massive bailout foul there. It would not have been good for the Dutchman. But instead, stepping on the line.
Terrific defensive display there.
Yeah, fantastic job. You wondered if Adrian even noticed the shot clock. And it didn't look like he'd get it off anyways.
Heard a little bark from Coach White on the left side of myself.
Ben Gardner showing off some nice moves. Kicks it out Benson. He likes to shoot from here. In and out this time. Great effort from Otto trying to get the rebound. We've seen that be a new part of Benson's game. Coming back the other way, nice
Good
body
take.
control and finish by Cannon to get it back to a 5-point game. But Benson, traditionally a guy who scores right around the hoop, but he stepped out and he's got his mid-range jumper going this year. I've seen him hit a lot of shots from that 15 to 17-foot range. Otto from the wing, knocked down. The seniors are ready to shoot from 3 tonight. And that's one for Otto, one for Wittenbach. 20-12 the lead for Hope. If this team can knock down their shots from distance, they're almost unbeatable. The only time they struggle is when they can't hit from outside. Nice help side defense by Hawkins, forcing the ball to be kicked out. Denham kicks it back out. Now he's got it in the corner. Hawkins defending, ready to get into a double team there with Benson. But intelligently, Denham kicks it out. They're going to have to get a shot off, though. 5 seconds now on the shot clock. Winding down. Oh, nice job by Blackledge getting it inside. Now the Dutchman will look to run here. 3-on-2 situation. Otto, fadeaway jumper from 2.
Oh.
In and out. There's Gardner. Rebound. There's Blackledge back and forth. They're tipping it around. That's like the backyard game we used to call tips.
Ball
a little
just
one
doesn't
bounce.
hit the floor
You
either.
just keep
Yeah.
knocking it around eventually. The bucket
Right.
in there for Blackledge, and it's a 10-point lead for the Dutchman, 22-12. And we're only 8.5 minutes into this game. They've already got the double-digit lead, so a couple 3 balls will help. It's like I mentioned, this team struggles to hit threes. That's when they're in close games. When they're knocking on the 3-point shots, they're showing why they're one of the best teams in the country. How do you defend a team that's got great presence inside? And he's got some of these senior guards who can just come out here and knock down threes as well.
We've seen 2 of them, Blaine, this year hit 7 in a game. Otto hit 7 in a game here earlier in the season. Edson recently hit 7 against Olivet. Definitely can fill it up. I like seeing the can there from Otto from deep. He's been in a funk. Pretty quiet. Minutes have been down, especially in conference play. He's under 6 points per game. But, I mean, he scored 27 in that game earlier when he hit 7 threes. So watch out for him. Been quiet in conference play, like I said, but as an opposing coach, you got a game plan for Otto, too, because he's got one of the prettiest strokes I've seen since covering MIAA play on this broadcast.
Yeah, no doubt. Looking at the scoring for the Dutchmen, they're pretty balanced. You go down the sheet, you've got 6-5, 4-3, 2-2. Everybody getting in the action. You go over to the other side for Adrian, different story. Anthony Canning having a big game. Look at the replay here. 3 knocked down from the wing by the senior. Everybody loves seeing that. Like you said, I'll say it 1,000 times tonight. Senior night. So special to see these guys in their last regular season game here at DeVos, a place that they've made so many memories, come out and make some more. But like I said, Cannon with 9. And
with 9, yeah.
JD with that 3 is the only other basket there for Adrian. They got to look to try and get their star Colville involved right now. Hope doing a great job putting some of their bigger guys on him and keeping off balance. They've really mixed it up on the defensive end. Denham defended by Hawkins. Now they get it down into the corner for Cannon. Kick back out. See what Rodak can do. He takes the screen, and Carlson tried jumping it. Blackledge going in for the block. He's going to be called for the foul. And that'll send Adrian to the line to shoot 2.
It's like Ricky Jackson Jr. there, heading to the line. Team's 3rd leading scorer. He gives you just under 10 points per game. He'll shoot it. He'll be aggressive to the hole, too. And, Blaine, I'm looking right down here on the season. Jackson, just 24 attempts coming into tonight, but hit 23 of them, and he just hit another one there. So 24, 25, that's good for 96%. You'll take that any day of the week, and he gets both of them there.
Yeah, no doubt there. So cuts the lead down back to 8 in the single-digit range here.
Perfect in conference play, 12 of 12 from the line for Ricky Jackson Jr. now.
My goodness, got to get that guy to the free throw line more often. He's shooting at that rate. That's unbelievable. Blackledge deep 2, in and out. We've seen a few of those. Dutchmen are shooting pretty well today, but they have also had a few shots go in and out.
Yeah.
8 of 14 before that shot there, and could be 10 of 14. We've seen one go in and out there, one also from Otto that wind rattled around the rim, but fortunately for the Dutchmen, they'll stick with the possession here. They'll inbound underneath their own basket. Trying to get it inside right away. We're going to get a foul called here. They're going to get Rodak? Nope. They're going to get Colville with the hole.
One of the 3 Bulldogs that collapsed in on Blackledge.
Yeah, absolutely. Blackledge standing in there. And when that pass went in, I'm thinking, boy, what are we doing there?
Right.
If you're the Dutchman, but obviously the foul before causing the lack of the passing lane. Getting inside for Benson. He almost didn't get that one. Blackledge looking for someone to hand it off. There's Carlson. He's finally into the game. The guy who gets a lot of minutes. And last time, the Dutchman played Adrian. Deep 2, pull up, Otto, knock it down.
Smooth.
Great shot right there. But as I mentioned, Carlson into the game here. He started the game at Adrian. Chad Carlson played all 40 minutes of that game at Adrian. He did not come out of the game, and I believe he had a A career high of 17 points, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe we need to
17
look back.
there, yeah.
Yeah.
5 threes.
Fantastic game. Oh, a steal by Hawkins.
Good hand.
Hope just knows how to pester these teams, come up with steals. Well, they almost lose it there. Otto stepping back out. Get it for Blackledge down in the corner. He's looking to feed it inside. He'll back down. We'll get a foul called here. And that's just Blackledge trying to work his way in. And that's pretty tough. JD going to pick up the foul there, his first. The Dutchman back up to a 10-point lead now. Just about halfway through the first half.
Watch Carlson here. He's the inbounder, but he might get it in and pop to a corner. There he is.
Passes it up instead. Back out to Otto. Now Carlson on the wing. They're still trying to work it inside. Benson's got the one-on-one, so he's going to go all day for it. Easy pickings right there. Just turns up with the left hand. Really has a great job being able to finish with both hands. And 12-point lead now for the Dutchman.
Sure size advantage down low for Benson. I said it earlier, but I love the game plan. Feeding the 6'8 senior early. Make him go to work.
Yeah, no doubt there. He's already got 8 points. Now down into the corner, kicking it back out. Another steal. That's off a bad pass, though. Adrian fortunate to still have the basketball. They're going to have to get a shot off quick here. Jackson trying to drive inside on Otto. Good defense from Sam Otto. And Benson with a nice rebound. He gets it out for Otto.
Strong board.
Yeah, very strong rebound. Had a couple of players hanging on the branches.
I love Carlson's patience all year. You just hand it off to him. He'll set it up top. Makes smart decisions. He's just comfortable with the ball in his hands. Number 11 here.
Backdoor pass, look, great look, up and under. Counted and the foul. My goodness, I didn't think that pass was going to work. It looked like Adrian was closing down, but just,
I love the shot. Did you think the shot was
the needle, and then Blackledge, I assume, is just going to take the foul there. But he decides to keep it all the way underneath, puts up a tough reverse finish. Blackledge, a guy who we know can draw contact and get fouls, but always seems to have a tough time getting those tough finishes, and who wouldn't? But this time, a fantastic move to go up and under.
He makes it look tough plenty of times, but he can contort his bodies in so many different ways, and that you just think he's going to go straight up on the left side, but somehow he got his right arm loose and reversed it on the right side to go for the three-point play here.
So the Dutchman doubling up the Bulldogs and one now after the free throw good for Blackledge.
Blackledge solid from the line, too. Conference play over 80%. You like that from a 6'6 bruiser underneath.
Yeah, the bigs that can really hit from the charity stripe. Blackledge with 5 points now. Very spread out scoring. Trayvon Johnson, top of the key. Good defense, helping each other out by the Dutchman. It leads to another steal. Takeaway from Hawkins. We've seen him do that 3 times now.
Yeah.
He's trying to go all the way himself. Now out for Stivey. Carlson and Otto down in the corner. Stivey trying to post up now. Stivey at 6'7", a great big size option. Foul going to be called here on Trayvon Johnson.
Stivey with 10 in that January 20th win at Adrian. Double figures, one of 4 Dutchmen in double figures in that earlier MIAA game this season. So we see Blackledge back to the line. Gardner checking in.
Gardner into the game. Otto.
Well-deserved applause for Otto. 3 made shots already, 7 points for the senior.
Yeah, Hope definitely coming out ready to play and send their seniors off with a final regular season win. And front end of the 1-and-1 knocked down. Blackledge continuing to live up to Jimmer's introduction as a great free throw shooter. And so often we talk about the broadcaster's jinx. It's very real, especially at the free throw line.
But I think I jinxed Edson last week, Blaine. Yeah. He was perfect from the line heading into Alma game from an MIAA play. He went 1 of 3 from the line that night.
Yeah, it's undoubtedly a real thing as Dutchman starting to pour it on here. Adrian needs to turn something around before this game gets out of hand.
You need a bucket here if you're the Bulldogs. Been a while. Been stuck on 14 for minutes now. I like this back down.
Yeah, nice move right there. You got Carlson. Not much he can do on his own right there. And Jackson recognizing that. Ricky Jackson Jr. just backing him down, getting into the paint.
6'3" on 5'7" there.
If you're Hope, you just need to communicate better and get some help for him. They did not do that. Coach Mitchell calling out for his team to share the basketball. And not a lot going on this possession. Blackledge going to try and work. He goes baseline now. Strong move. He's blocked this time. And that'll happen when you got 3 black jerseys down there coming in on you. Maybe it would have been a good idea to kick to Carlson in the corner, but it's always tough when you're so focused on trying to get that basket. He's just working underneath. 7 seconds left on the shot clock now. Dutchmen are going to have to get something off. Gardner inside the paint almost loses. Oh, my goodness, what a move.
Somehow, some way, he gets a lot of his buckets, but It is pretty in a way to watch. It's just like, how did he do that?
Lost the ball, turned all the way around, extended with the left hand. Colville from the wing needed it. They needed that. Would have been huge for them. But instead, now it's the Dutchman coming the other way.
Colville, Gardner.
Chance to take a 20-point lead. Won't go. Blackledge in position for the rebound, though. Great fight.
Possessions alive.
Hawkins, top of the key. He'll give it a shot. He can't get it either. Blackledge fighting. He'll get the foul called for going over the back. And great fight, great effort inside there. And Blackledge, he already got one offensive board, but you got to be able to recognize when you're beat sometimes too. Great box out there, and that was just Adrian's ball to have.
See Colville come out once again for the Bulldogs. He's 0 of 4 tonight. Still hasn't found the scoring column, and we said it earlier, 21 points per game in MIAA play. Hope has held him silent so far tonight.
Hey, Colville 0 of 4. He's missed both of his three-point tries. Hawkins has played great defense on Jordan Dunham so far this evening. Oh, double team. Stivey trying to go over for the steal. Hawkins still locking down on defense. Very quick movement, doing a great job. Top of the key, Jackson. That's a tough shot right there. A couple Dutch going up for the rebound. Gardner comes out with it.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness. That was ambitious, to say the least. And we've seen them do that before, but great defense to prevent it that time for Adrian.
I commend Cannon for just getting up and trying to disrupt that alley-oop attempt, and he was successful in a way, broke it up.
Yeah.
Adrian headed the other way, but now it's going back Hope's way.
Yeah, that's one of those you just hope you get up and disrupt it. A foul at the worst. You don't want to be put on a poster.
Yeah. Yep.
We'll get a timeout here.
But no foul call. And
6:52 left now in the first half. 30-second timeout for Hope. And it's a good chance for us to kind of recognize the fans here at Hope College. I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, best fans in D3 basketball, some of the best fans in all of college basketball. The attendance numbers each year better than a lot of Division I programs. 13 straight years, number one in men's basketball attendance. And when you look down here, I don't know if we can get a shot for you guys. We'll get a replay first of that three-point play from Blackledge, and that's just a strong finish and move underneath.
Right.
When you look at this crowd here, besides just the season ticket holders, look at these lower bleacher seats, the general admittance. People are packed in shoulder to shoulder, just trying to get a good look of the game here on the senior night. A lot of people that know these guys through high school. You got players like Edson out of Grand Haven, a lot of these local products. Wittenbach out of the Grand Rapids area at Forest Hill Central. And a chance to see some guys these people have seen play for this the 8th year now since high school. So a lot of people out to see these guys play their last home game in DeVos.
Right on.
Here's the alley-oop play this time, and boy, that's tough right there. They just tried going for it. Hawkins can't get it to go underneath. They just keep fighting. What a rebound from Benson, and he's going to be fouled here.
Yeah, they're going to get a foul on Adrian.
And they're going to get that one with Lesniak with the foul. But, man, how about right out of the timeout after the alley-oop didn't work, they just try it once again.
I like the call.
Adrian's up there ready to defend it. And I don't see any ball being hit there by Adrian. So when I see contact, I have to think to myself, is that by rule got to be a foul call? But they're just letting them play aggressively, and I don't have a problem with that. But, wow, great rebounding effort there from Hope. They couldn't get any other shots to go. Get another offensive rebound and a foul, and then Benson missed the free throw. So in the end, Hope gets nothing out of a lot of great effort right there. Got to credit the Adrian defense for fighting just as tough on the other end.
And still try to find an easy bucket. Here's a good look.
Yeah, nice job by Denham drawing some defense, kicking to an open shooter. Hawkins comes up with the rebound as Benson was tied up underneath with Cannon. A couple tough guys fighting right there for a board. Benson was fouled, I believe, and yep, that'll be the call. I was just going to say, can't be cutting off guys trying to go with the basketball.
Big foul call. There's Cannon's second.
Yep. Trayvon Johnson with 3 already, and Colville with 2 as well. So Adrian's got to be careful to keep some of their star players out of foul trouble. Colville will come back into the game. The Dutchmen could do themselves a favor to try and take the ball at him. Draw a third foul in the first half would be massive. I mean, they have already done a good job in keeping Colville off the board. But Colville is still rebounding the ball. He's got 3 boards already. And you'd expect that, so doing whatever he can to help his team. Benson can't get that one to go. He's missed his last 2, both in 1-and-1 scenarios. It's always tough missing the front end. You don't get another chance. Now Colville, step back, scoreless, no more. And you didn't think it would last too long. You figured he'd get a bucket before halftime.
He'd get it eventually, and watch out. This man can get hot.
Yep. Bulldogs need to look for him to get them some big buckets. They're up 15 right now, are the Dutchmen. They can't afford to let him get hot. Got to keep defending. And they've been without a score a few possessions in a row now as well. And this one poked out. We'll stay with Hope. 12 seconds on the shot clock.
Adrian just got to show tough defensive stance, maybe get a turnover or two and just try to get this lead down into the single digits.
Edson inside for Stivey. Stivey's hacked, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2, and a nice job moving in to get in for that pass. Nice job being patient there by Edson, not freaking out. He kind of got that internal clock going and recognized he could let that play develop. So now Stivey will go to the line. Let's see if he can end the drought. A small drought, really. Just Benson missing the last 2 from the line. And Hope 7 of 10 as a team so far. Right around that average. Stivey knocks that one down.
Stivey around this area, Hudsonville High. Tough guard, tough matchup for opponents. 6'7", length. He can stretch you to the perimeter too, knock down a 3, but also post you up inside.
He's the kind of guy that plays a 3 at a bigger level with that body type, but down here, a little more size comparatively in D3, can really pester guys inside too. Not the thickest guy, but great shooting ability, great length, can get some blocks on defense. Really a versatile player. Look for him to pick up a lot more playing time next year as a senior.
Right.
And still getting some PT as a junior, obviously, as well. 35-18 now, the lead for Hope. And top of the key now, Ricky Jackson Jr. looking to get something going along with Rodak. Now Denham, he's hit one before today, can't get this one to go. Rebound underneath, but foul's going to be called on Stivey, I think. Yep, good call for the push underneath, and it was unnecessary. Adrian came up with a rebound anyways. If you're going to push, you might as well at least push them all the way out of the way and try and get the offensive board, see if you can get away with it.
Sure.
Colville airballed long. Really not his day.
Edson disrupted that shot there.
Now Colville just 1 of 5 from the field. 35-18 lead here for the Dutchman. Trying to get inside. We're going to get a hold called here on Ricky Jackson Jr. Nice work by Stivey. He hasn't had a lot of minutes yet today, but what he has had, he's played really great. And right now you're auditioning for a little more time as we move into tournament play pretty soon. We've got 1 more week of MIAA play.
Right.
Show that you're ready to work hard and help your team win. You never know what kind of PT you can get. Things can change even this late in the season.
And you finish the regular season, as you mentioned in the pregame, Blaine, with 2 on the road for the Dutchman. So road play in MIAA, not the easiest. You go away from DeVos, where you're 10-0 on the or 11-0 on the season, looking to make it 12-0.
Stivey splits the pair there. Otto's going to check in for him. And, yeah, you mentioned going on the road to Kalamazoo. Typically in the past, is you can mark it down as a win, start looking forward to your next game. But they smoked Calvin at home today.
Yeah.
Kalamazoo's probably the best 2-win team in the country. I don't think too many people can make an argument against that. How close they've played some very good MIAA teams. They've taken Hope and
down
Alma
to the wire
here.
Yeah, at DeVos Fieldhouse
They
earlier.
did the same to Alma as well. Gardner up on the wing now, slows things down, lets his teammates catch up. Edson, he's thinking about it. Ooh, he's got the biggest shot fake
He
in the
loves
game.
the pump fake. He really does. Almost every time.
This time from way downtown. Not this time. Rodak with the rebound underneath. He's the kind of guy that when he's hot and he's making those shots, good luck trying to defend him. Jumper long, off the mark again. Shooting struggles continue, but Adrian with the offensive board. Colville going inside now. He has it stripped, but we're going to get a foul called on the way up, so Colville will go to the line to shoot 2.
Benson, just 1 foul. That's a good look for him, though. We're nearly 16 minutes into this one, Blaine. He's just got 1 foul. Him and Blackledge, 2 post players for Hope. Pretty foul prone throughout the season. But, hey, number 40, Benson, with just 1 here, close to the halftime. That's a good look if you're Coach Mitchell and the Dutchman.
Yeah, you just got to make sure Benson doesn't pick up a second foul in these last 4 minutes.
Right. Could be quick one, too. You never know.
Boy, Colville, man, missed free throw. He's really struggling to put it through the net today. A very good player. You just don't expect to see this kind of thing. Don't look for him to hold him off too long. As I mentioned, he did get that first bucket. He's the kind of guy that, he kind of sorts himself out at halftime. You need to watch out for him to try and make a run still in the second half.
He gets to the line quite a bit. 120 attempts coming into the night. Leads the team. Just shy of 70% on the season.
Got that one to go. And, Hope did a great job defensively. The game at Adrian held Colville to, you have to check me on this, but I believe it might have been 11 points. And a guy who averages over 20 a game, it's a pretty solid performance. Back and forth here go the Dutchmen, just trying to find a way to get a better look. Carlson over for Edson. Shot clock winding down, under 10. Edson, what a spin move to get inside. Couldn't get the finish, though. And, boy, I bet Edson wishes he could have that one back.
Stayed with his strong hand there.
Colville all the way down the other way. There we go. They're going to try and put some pressure on 2 here. So Adrian looking to shake things up a little bit. They've got it back down to 15. And could be huge for Adrian to go on a bit of a run and get things down to 10 or even in single digits before the half. Momentum-wise, that'd be massive.
Would be huge. And Coville now with 5. Could get another quick 5, get 10 by halftime. We'll see.
Otto step back, and that was off the mark all the way, but Carlson just waiting on the offensive rebound.
Ball's right into his hands there.
Benson trying to go around, didn't have the angle, so he kicks it out. Now it's Otto driving. Nice finish. Wow. Great strong finish through the outstretched arms. Floats it up off the glass. Great move there by Otto.
Sensational play early from Otto. 9 points, first half.
Coville with Otto defending, looking through the screen there. Rodak out on the wing. Now JD in the corner. Great job moving and helping out by the Dutchmen on defense. They're forcing some tough shots.
They are.
JD couldn't get that one to go.
Nice.
Here's Carlson out ahead for Otto, just off the mark. He couldn't quite get it. Gardner hustling for the basketball, and Adrian finally ends up with it. It's Benson Bryant bringing up the floor, but he's going to slow everything down. They just want everybody to straighten themselves out, maybe a little dizzy. They're going to get back to regular basketball here.
Gardner just always seems to come out of nowhere, too, to try to keep that possession alive for Hope.
Coville drawing a lot of defense. Open shooter, knocked down, three-point basket. Denham getting it to go. He's got a couple 3 balls now. Jordan Denham with 6 points.
Saw him miss his last few. You could see his facial expression there after he nailed that from the right corner. Just like, shoo, got one to fall. Here we go.
Adrian starting to make a game of it again, back to 14. They can get a stop and a bucket here, like I said. Try and get it close to that 10-point mark at the half. That's where they were last time they played at Adrian. Hope had a 10-point lead at half.
Man.
Oh, what a pass. But Gardner can't finish. Man, great job. Carlson saw that coming all the way. And he works together so well with Gardner, but Gardner just couldn't quite finish that time.
Great decision maker is Carlson. Yeah, Gardner ran into quite a bit of traffic there in the lane once he collected. Couldn't finish.
Eddie trying to pester Coville out on the wing. Coville going to try and take him inside.
Oh.
He does get in. Nice move. Couldn't quite get it to go. Otto with the rebound. And we're going to get a foul called here. Adrian trying to jump in and get the jump ball, but he's protecting it well. Just grabbed the arm. And so that one's going to be called on Benson Bryant. And that'll be 2 shots here for Otto.
Yep.
That's not what you want to do if you're Adrian and you're trying to come back in this. All of a sudden, stop the clock on up and let Otto get a couple free shots. And a guy who, known as a 3-point shooter and from the free throw line has struggled a bit more than you might expect this year,
right.
shooting just about 63%. Misses that first one off the back of the heel. And started off as a very solid free throw shooting night for the Dutchman. They missed a few here, though.
Yeah, Otto, let's see you get in double figures here. First half. Know you struggle from the line, but from the charity stripe, it can be a mind game throughout the season, Blaine, for sure. Got so much space there, and crowd, all eyes on you.
Big for him to get that one going. And Hope has a team 11 of 16 now, back over the 2/3 mark. You'd hope you could be over that mark as a team in a game. Now out on the wing, JD trying to go inside. Nice step back on Carlson. Knocks it down. Great move right there. Carlson, a shorter defender. You can get that step back and create some space for yourself to shoot over top.
Denham now with 8. 2 threes and a nice step back.
Under a minute to go now. 20 seconds on the shot clock for Hope.
Big shot, too, to keep it. It's a 13-point game.
Yep.
It's not quite out of hand.
Otto from the wing left him a lot of space, and you can't leave him that much.
Unless that happens.
Knocks it down, and Otto's got 13 now. A big first half so far for the senior. And for another senior, 8 points for Benson. A lot of great players that this program's going to miss next year, no doubt about that.
Sure.
So 42-26 lead now. Adrian trying to work inside. Another steal here. Gardner running into Hawkins. And no shot clock. Coach Mitchell barking out signals here to Hawkins, letting them know they want to slow things down and get the last shot. Wouldn't be surprised if they tried setting up Otto. Working down on the elbow. They've got him 4 across. Haven't seen this look from Hope in a while. Now with 10 seconds. See if they try and work it inside.
Oh.
Poked away. Hope's going to have 5 seconds left, 4.9 to be exact. Try and get one more shot off. They've got a 16-point lead here. They're in a good position here as they can get the last shot. See if they try and work something quick. They get it for Hawkins from the wing. This one's poked away. Now they're going to have 2 seconds. Hope digging themselves into a hole here. They're going to have a tough time. They're going to have to catch and shoot now.
Mitchell drawing another play out of his pocket here.
He's going to try and float it in for the big man. He turns, puts it up.
Oh.
No foul there.
No call.
Coach Mitchell wondering how on earth that could be.
Heads up.
Heads up, ball coming in. And Benson going inside, and it did look to me like Adrian, the defender, was trying to lean a tent up against him as he went up. He didn't get a very clean shot off, but nonetheless.
Yeah, Mitchell will stay out on the court. You can see him here just questioning the ref, just wants the explanation.
Yep. And Coach Davilar with looking for his explanation as well.
Right.
Certainly not as fiery as Coach Mitchell at this time, but 42-26 lead for the Dutchmen going into the half. A big first half and a big advantage. Adrian's going to have to turn things around if they hope to stand a chance in half number 2. Looking at some of the numbers, Hope 14-31, shooting a pretty good mark at about 45% as a team. And Adrian not doing a terrible job, 37% as a team. They certainly like to improve. Taking a lot of threes. They're only 3 of 11.
Yeah.
And the turnover number is a big part of the difference as well. Hope with 4, Adrian with 8 already in that first half.
Yeah. Hope holding opponents to 65 points per game in conference play. You can see Adrian on pace for 52. So many possessions there, Blaine, first half where we saw the shot clock get down under 5 for Adrian. Terrific defensive display by the Dutchman. And as Hope's been waiting for Otto to just come out of his shell, find his stroke again, 13 at the half. Nice showing from the senior out of Wheaton, Illinois, Wheaton North High.
Yeah, no
Gotta
doubt
love
there.
it from Otto.
No doubt there. Benson with 8 as well. Blackledge with 7. And on the other side, Cannon with that 9 early. Didn't score after that. Jordan Denham holding on with 8. Colville finally got on the board and got himself 5 points. And so it's a pretty basic summary. Not much else to go about it. Hope's hitting their shots pretty well today. They've got that size advantage inside. And they're stepping up, playing very ferocious defense at times.
Yeah.
And that's why they've got 42 points after one half of basketball, forcing a few turnovers with that aggressive defense. So that'll do it here for the first half, and we'll take a quick break here, about 10 minutes or so. We'll be back to bring you second half action alongside James Rogers. I'm Blaine Wiersbicki. We'll see you in a little bit.
We communicate with 17 families. Miracle families have all had a child or 2 that have battled or are battling childhood illness and have been treated at Helen DeVos. On March 11th through the 12th, hundreds of Hope College students will stand on their feet and dance for 24 hours straight. We'll start by giving you a little bit of history about Dance Marathon.
The first annual Dance Marathon at Hope College took place in 2000. That year, it was expected that a school Hope size would only raise $4,800. But with lots of hard work and dedication, the marathon brought over $23,000 in donations for Helen DeVos Children's Hospital.
Since then, the program has evolved to include numerous fundraising and awareness-building activities, such as the Miracle Silent Auction, a holiday party for Miracle families, and events like tonight, a Hope basketball game where Miracle families attend and we can spread awareness for an awesome cause.
Last year was the 15th annual marathon, and students raised over $182,000. This money went to support underfunded areas in the hospital, including Congenital Heart Center, Child Life Services, childhood cancer, and neonatal intensive care. Currently, more than 900 Hope students contribute to Dance Marathon as members of planning committees, dancers, and moralers.
We have the honor tonight to introduce to you some of our Miracle children and their siblings.
First up is the Baraducci's. Mia is our miracle child, and Anthony is her brother.
Next is the Bowens. Lydia is our miracle child, and she's coming out with her brothers, Gabe and Eli.
Next up is our newest miracle family this year, is the Detel's family. Jillian is our miracle child, along with her brother Lucas and Simon.
Next is Glow de la Garza.
Next up is the Picard family. Ben is our miracle child, along with Kate, his sister.
Next is BJ Young.
And last but not least, Mallory Zimmerman.
Together, we fight for healthy children and an end to pediatric illness. To learn more, visit hopeforthekids.com. Thank you so much.
What?
Go home!
With 4 seconds left in this contest, down by 3.
Fellas, that's a great effort to get back where we are. Now, looks like we got 4 seconds. We got to have a 3. It can't be a 2. We're down 3. And here's what we're going to do. Judge, you're going to make this and we'll win the game in overtime.
with 4 seconds left in this contest, down by 3.
Fellas, that's a great effort to get back where we are. Well, looks like we got 4 seconds. We got to have a 3. It can't be a 2. We're down 3. And here's what we're going to do. Jed, you're going to make this and we'll win the game in overtime.
Welcome back to DeVos Fieldhouse. I'm Blaine Wiersbecki alongside James Rogers. We're just about ready to get second half action underway. And a big first half. It was all Dutchmen, 42-26 the lead. And a lot of different guys got involved scoring. Otto led the way with 13, Benson with 8, Blackledge with 7, a lot of guys with 3 or 4 following that. For Adrian, 9 for Cannon, and 8 for Denham. After that, it was tough sledding. Colville ended up with 5, Jackson with 4. Only 4 players have scored for the Bulldogs. And they're going to have to dig themselves out of a 16-point hole.
Yep.
And the stats definitely side with the Dutchmen when we look at those first half stats as well.
They do. Adrian facing the 16-point deficit. If you're Coach White, though, in that locker room, you just got to talk about mini victories, chipping away, turnovers. You got the ball first here coming into the second half. Let's get a 2 or 3, get this closer to a 10-point game, have a great defensive stand, and then who knows where we go from there. So try to keep clawing at this Hope lead.
JD running the offense for the Bulldogs, now out onto the wing for Jackson Jr.
Cool to see the 5 seniors starting out the second half, too, for the Dutchmen.
And not just ceremonial like it is a lot of times. They got 5 good basketball players out here. Step back, big shot right there. Colville going to get himself going. It'll be a huge help for his team.
Watch out.
Thought it was a 3. Looks like it's just a deep 2. And they're putting the pressure on here in the backcourt. Gardner almost lost it. Gets it to Benson. They've got to get it over the timeline. They do. Otto, leave him alone. Oh, he didn't get it to go. And it's going to stay with the Dutchman, though. And that was interesting. You had Otto on the wing and got a teammate down in the corner there. You saw the Bulldogs defense stepping off early, anticipating a pass. He just turned and went up with it, a wide open look. And very fortunate there for the Bulldogs that Automatic could not get that one to go.
Yeah, 13 first half points for him, and you left him wide open, almost a little too much space for the senior.
Trying to work the ball inside and out. Edson from the parking lot gets it to go.
Dang.
My goodness. We've seen him hit some big threes. Sometimes he puts up those shots and you wonder what the heck you're doing putting that up. That's not a quality look. Well, for Alex Edson, it's just the way he likes to roll sometimes. He gets that one to go. 1 of 2 on the day from 3 now.
7 points for the senior.
From the wing the other way, Cannon couldn't get it to go. Colville trying to get the board, but Gardner comes up with it. Oh, and that's not good. Down the other end, a couple Adrian players running into each other. So it's a 3-on-5 situation. The Dutchman will get the bucket quickly, and that'll give the Bulldogs a chance to get the game stopped. Take a look. It looks as though, fortunately, Colville's going to be okay. And
Trayvon Johnson was holding right around his mouth right when he initially went down, but
yeah, at first I was thinking that's not good. You don't want to see somebody chip a tooth or get a concussion, something like that. Colville's going to take a seat, but he walked off on his own power. Johnson staying and looks like he's okay. Dangerous at first. You always hate to see those collisions like that. I'm very happy to see both Adrian players seem to be at least somewhat okay for now. A couple Hope trainers over there and taking a look at him as this one's stripped away. Now the Dutchman going back the other way. So Edson with 5 points in a row for the Dutchman to start off this half. Now they feed it down to Benson, trying to work inside. He's got the one-on-one. They're going to get it back into him again. That's a smart move. Turns, puts up with the right hand, gets it to go, and you're not going to stop him if you're not going to double team. You need to double team Benson right now.
Oh, my gosh.
And Adrian hurting. Colville came out with a nice shot early on. If he's sitting on the bench, they're going to have a tough time. Quickly, the Dutchman have the lead up to 21. Rodak couldn't get it to go. Garner leaping up high for a board.
Rise and grabbing.
He's built like a guard, but sometimes plays like a big. When you look at his rebounding numbers, you've seen him lead the Dutchman in several games. Otto, thought he'd pull up there.
Gives you almost 6 rebounds per game, Gardner, that is.
Oh, off the legs there of Otto. Edson and Otto not quite on the same page. And so the lead at 21 for the Dutchman. A good start to the half, just like the start of the first half. Fortunately, Colville looks okay. He's going to check right back into the game.
Good sign for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Bulldog supporters happy to see that. Everybody happy to see that nobody's getting seriously hurt. JD steps back, couldn't get it to go. Created some pretty good shots for himself. And sneaky pass up ahead there to Gardner. Almost had it poked away by Johnson. Oh, all alone is Benson, and he just drops it in off the window. We're going to time out here from Coach White quickly before Adrian can even inbound it. 51-28 lead. Huge lead being built here by the Dutchman. This is not what the Bulldogs need to do coming out the half. Lesniak will check in shortly after we get out of this timeout.
Quickly ballooned to 23 points there. Not even 3 minutes into the second half. I love that play by Gardner. He had Edson on the left side, but he waited for his big to trail. Benson with the easy 2.
Cheerleader tossing out T-shirts. I'm trying to snag one myself, but they're not quite on the mark right now.
I had one just above my head there.
Jimmer had a great chance.
Should have took one for the broadcasting team there.
Had a great chance. He just didn't make the effort. That's not what we like to see here.
I've had a chance at a loose ball. I've had a chance at a T-shirt. I apologize to the Hope broadcasting department. So snag something for you guys.
Coach Mitchell out on the floor. This is student assistant Ty Van Weeren wearing the flashy orange pants. I'd love for Nicole to get us a great shot.
Calling out Nicole.
Of down there. She's on the baseline under the hoop there. Nicole Metzer, one of our great senior members of the broadcast team. Would love to see her get a shot down there of Ty Van Weeren's bright orange pants the next time play stops for us. That would be fantastic. But for now, back to the game. And up top, Bryant now over to Lesniak. Step back 2. This one's well short, but it was just a pass inside. And Bryant coming up with the board, and he's fouled by Gardner, so an old-fashioned three-point play opportunity here.
Second on Gardner. First bucket there by Benson Bryant. My bad. Benson Bryant.
And there, right there, we got the look for you of Coach Van Weeren's orange pants. And while you were being led away, the free throw knocked down.
Much appreciation, camera crew, Nicole Metzler.
Gardner out on the wing now with Wittenbach, but right back. Not a lot going on to start this offensive possession here for the Dutchmen. Now down to 10 seconds already. Haven't even gotten the ball to the three-point line. Tough here. Kick down in the corner. 3 seconds. You got to get a shot off. Turnaround. This is just thrown out there. And Wittenbach going for the rebound, and he's pushed. So we'll get a foul there. Wittenbach knocks down a 3, but that doesn't count.
Tad late there.
They're going to get Henry for the foul. So Hope up by 20. And Adrian doesn't want to start getting in foul trouble. They got Hope into the bonus and the double bonus in the first half. You don't want to put a team that's up by 20 on the line any more than you have to. Wittenbach catch and shoot from the wing. Missed. Got the first one to go today, so he's 1 of 2 now.
I like his stroke too, the senior, hoping he gets a few more looks to try to drop 3 ball or 2 in the second half.
Gardner, the only senior without a 3 besides Benson, but we wouldn't expect Benson. He doesn't get a whole lot of 3 tries. That one off the mark, so Gardner come the other way now. He'll try and take it all the way inside himself. And this one's out of bounds. And it's going to be Adrian basketball.
Holy smoke.
As Rodak threw it off of Gardner. Gardner fighting through a lot of Adrian players to try and get a look there. Coach Mitchell just shaking his head in disgust, thinking, well, there's got to be a foul in there somewhere.
Oh my gosh.
But really so tough to see with all that going on. He did try and force his way in. Nonetheless, Adrian basketball. And they got to try and cut into this lead now. You can't take a 20-point deficit too late into the second half. Colville's the guy. He knocks it down right there. That's a big part of it. Coach Mitchell saying, get a hand up in that guy's face. What are we doing? And Adrian bringing the pressure now. Wasn't too effective in the first half. We'll see if they can change that here. Sam Otto passed up the 3 try. Gardner trying to knife through again. A nice pass for Wittenbach. He'll go up. He's rejected. And this one rolls through Wittenbach's legs, goes out of bounds. And now Blackledge will get into the game. He'll take Witt's spot. So Adrian's got it back down to 17. Now Blackledge coming in, and he worked pretty well in the first half to pick up 7 points. See if he can be effective down low again. He's a tough matchup.
See if Colville can pop another 3 here off a high screen. Cut it to 14 possibly.
Thought Rodak might try the 3 on the wing there. Kicks it out instead. Backing up, step back. Could he get the roll? No, I thought that one might drop after it hit the iron. Benson out ahead. See if he can beat everybody there. He's fouled hard going to the rack. And he'll go to the line here to shoot 2.
Adrian not giving the Dutchman anything easy around the bucket in the second half. We've seen Gardner get stopped. We've seen Wittenbach blocked underneath. And there Benson looking like he wants to throw down, but Bulldogs saying no, not tonight, Brock. But do send him to the line. Let's see if 40 can get a couple here.
Already Benson's will be 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game. He's 4 of 6 after making his first 4. Missed the front end of 2 1-and-1s. Now back on track, gets that one to go. Huge for his point total, the way he plays, and gets hacked quite a bit, really, underneath.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get that big man bias, I like to call it, where a lot of times it's tough when you're a big guy in the MIAA. You might not get as many calls as you might because you're not as affected as some of the smaller guys when you get bumped a little bit when you're that strong. Gets both of those to go. He's got 14 points now. He takes over the game high, which was with Otto at 13. Gets both of those free throws to go. Now the lead back up to 19. Top of the key, Coville lost it. Gardner tried to swipe it, but he hangs on. He's going to try and step back.
Jeez.
Deep 3, my goodness.
Oh, my.
Can't defend it much better than that. Gardner stayed on him, got the hand up.
Got one of the MIAA's best on defense on you there, and he just stays patient, keeps the handle.
Just like that, Coville up to 10 points. Otto going inside, draws
Nice
the foul,
drive.
count the basket. What a tough finish right there. I didn't think there was any way he was going to get a shot up. He was pestered so much on the way, and finally able to get to the cup and just force it up and in. Great play there as Otto wants to compete here with Benson. Now he takes over back on top. He's got 15.
I've talked to some folks, Blaine, about Sam Otto, and he's just, for me, he's like almost an ideal offensive player for you.
Yeah.
His size, he's pretty built. He's well built for a shooting guard. He's got one of the nicest strokes I've seen, but he's also got athleticism out of the gym.
That one taken away.
You can take it to the rack like this.
Oh my goodness, he went for the massive two-handed throwdown. Blackledge inside for Benson. He gets it to go. And boy, these guys, there's just so much talent on this Hope roster. They've got the ability to do things like that and score in so many different ways.
Oh, yeah.
Sam Otto would have thrown that two-handed dunk down going into traffic on senior night. This place would have just erupted. People might have gotten their feet and formed a student section of the season ticket holders here. This one bounces out, so Hope will go over to the possession. 51 remaining now. And Hope's built that lead back up to 21 points.
I've seen Otto's bounce before in warm-ups, also just going freestyle. Deceptive hops, athleticism for number 30 on Hope. And again, I've seen even a play earlier in the season right off the tip, designed alley-oop Gardner to Otto. He couldn't finish it, the one I saw, but Otto, my gosh, nice stroke, can take it to the 10, major hops.
Inside Benson, he'll try and throw it on the jam, and he's going to be fouled. And there's just a pile of players underneath. You hope everybody's okay. And
begging for the charge.
And I don't think so. He's going up for a dunk, and they kind of hacked him there. But they're trying to figure things out. I'm not sure. They are going to call a charge. Maybe we can get a replay for you there. He just went up to dunk it, and you don't see charges called too often. When a guy's going for a dunk, I guarantee you the Hope fans
the boos are coming.
Not going to like that call. And like I said, we'll try and get a replay so we can take a look at it ourselves next time around. But for now, it's going to be Adrian basketball, and it's a 21-point lead for Hope.
Catching up here, Benson now. Called for the offensive foul there. He's got 16, though. Otto with 15. 9 for Edson.
Inside, shot up, just off the mark, tip back, great battle inside. This one's going to go off Blackledge. It'll stay with Adrian.
Like the aggressiveness from Coville, senior out of Westland. John Glenn High. See Hawkins and Carlson. Hawkins a sophomore, Carlson junior. Check in for the Dutchman.
And Coville going inside up with the right. That one's good. You can tell right when he lets go. That's a pretty good look for him. And,
strong lift, yeah.
Quickly rising in the scoring total.
Yeah,
He's got
he sure
14 out of nowhere. And that's
5 at the half.
Already 9 this half. Benson trying to go right down Main Street. How do you let him just walk in like that? Coach White asking the same thing I'm asking.
Having a game.
Don't know how you can let that happen. Top of the key now, kicked over to the wing for Denham. They're going to try and work inside. Blackledge defending on Cannon. Nice finish.
Beautiful move.
Great move there by Cannon. Get the game back within 20 points, down to 19 points. And Adrian will take a full timeout with 12:51 to go. Adrian doing their best to try and battle back into this game, but Hope doing just enough to fend them off, and the lead staying right around that 20-point mark right now.
Yeah, it was 16 at the half. Hope got it up 22, 23-ish, and it's still hovering right around the 20-point mark. Cannon there finally hits double digits for Adrian. He's got 11 on the night. Timeout here.
Hope cheerleaders out on the floor, entertaining as always. Everybody fixated when one of the best cheerleading crews around, and looking at the replay there, going all the way inside. Here's Otto with a nice finish we saw. Just running through a few plays for you. And game that has really been all Dutchman so far, but credit to Adrian. They keep battling, and Colville's been a big part of that. We've seen him a lot in those highlights here in the second half so far.
Early 9 points in the first 7 and change minutes for Colville.
So 59-40, the lead for Hope over Adrian. I understand that our graphic is off the mark right now. It's actually 59-40, and Hope playing Adrian rather than Albion. Don't let that confuse you. We'll get that fixed as soon as possible. And now out on the wing, it's Carlson. Back and forth with Hawkins. We haven't seen Chad launch up a shot, one of the better three-point shooters in the MIAA.
Sure.
And
talked about his last game at Adrian. Here we go.
Here's the try. That one's good. Right on cue. Thanks for making me look good, Chad.
Yep. What an efficient player.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Giving the Dutchman the lead back over 20 now. It's 22, 62-40. Score, Hope over Adrian. Denham from the wing. He's had a pretty solid game. Hawkins defending. He goes baseline, poked out of bounds by Carlson.
You know, Hawkins and Carlson will get beat in the height department quite often, but boy, oh boy, do they bring it on the defensive side of the ball. It's just fun to watch those two guards go at it, communicating on the defensive end.
In the corner, not good, just long from Ricky Jackson Jr., but a rebound. Another opportunity here for the Bulldogs.
See if Denham can get something going here. Number 4 with the ball. 8 at halftime, looking for double digits.
Colville trying to go inside. Nice defense from Benson. This one poked out of bounds. Will stay with Adrian. Gardner not too sure about that one. It's tough to tell from the angle. Obviously, that referee has a better look than us. My initial thought was it would go with the Dutchman, but obviously from right there, the best look, you can't really question the referee there on the call.
Right, wow.
We're going to get a foul call
Just
here on the
one.
Bulldogs, and that's going to be on Colville. And you don't like to see that if you're the Bulldogs. That's the third foul now on Colville. He's got to stick around if they want to have any chance of making this close game.
Got to keep your head, no frustration fouls. You're the team's leading scorer and rebounder. Got to stick on the floor for Colville.
Hawkins bringing up the floor, trying to beat the pressure. He's going to try and go all the way inside, but now kicks it off for Carlson. Carlson just moves it around. Hawkins with the shot fake. He's down in the corner. Feeding in for Blackledge on Colville. Oh, up with the left. That's not
Nice
an easy
left.
finish right there. Kind of had the arm straight out and had to kind of flick it up with the left hand. 64-40 now. The Dutchman going up big. Rodak could be a big three. Knocks it down from the wing. Nice shot right there. And
he needed that. His first points of the game.
And Hope just doing enough on offense to keep Adrian at bay, even when Adrian's made a few shots. A travel going to be called on Gardner right here, and he's showing a little bit of frustration. The senior looking over at Coach Mitchell, letting him know that he's not happy. He doesn't necessarily agree. We've seen that from him, a little bit more fire from the senior this year.
Mm-hmm. Final year, you want to bring that fire. You want to bring that leadership, too. Get this crew of Dutchmen on the same page. Chemistry, pivotal if you want to make a run in the tournament, both MIAA and NCAA tournaments.
Denham on the wing. Hawkins has done a nice job defending him. He's been the guy to keep Denham off the mark at best today. JD still with 8 points, though. Step back, knocked down. Good look right there for Cannon. Cannon's having a solid game as well. He's got 13.
Surely is. Just kind of one step back, eyed Blackledge and just popped it in his face there.
Gardner going all the way in with the left. A strong move. He just blew right by Joey Lesniak right there.
Good answer to Gardner's last turnover. Aggressive to the tin there.
Johnson on the wing. Carlson defending. Carlson a great defender too, and is right. Gardner stepping out on the wing. But Jackson Jr. with enough room to knock down that three. And Adrian's really picked it up from beyond the arc, going only 3 of 11 in the first half. They've gone 3 of 8 so far in the second half.
Jackson Jr. out of Detroit.
Benson trying to work one-on-one inside, get himself a good look. Couldn't get it. Blackledge with a nice offensive rebound. He's fouled. He can't get it to drop. And, boy, that's a tough one right there that he thought he could finish. Nonetheless, he'll go to the line here, a chance to put his team back up by 20 points.
I just love his pursuit of offensive rebounds. Seen it since the first game of the season. How many possessions has he kept alive for the Dutchman? I can't count it, Blaine. I mean, it's just a workhorse underneath. And he can hit it from the line, too.
Yeah, pretty good, versatile, all-around player. Can hit it from the line, too. You know, a lot of people don't realize he's not a bad shooter from outside either.
No.
From three-point land, he doesn't take a ton, but when he does, he's pretty solid. He's shooting 40% on the season, 12 of 30 from three-point land, so why not? Pretty tough guy to defend when he can shoot from just about anywhere on the floor.
Right, we're not talking 4 of 10. We're talking over 30 attempts.
You talk about a guy who can shoot from anywhere. I mean, literally threes, free throw line, inside, working hard for fouls. He can get that mid-range jumper going, too. He likes to shoot from the elbow, right around that range.
Sure.
We saw him do that a lot more last year. He's gone away from that a bit more, working for buckets inside a lot more, trying to draw contact.
Right.
I mean, that works for him as well. When he can get some space, when he steps back out to the elbow, and people respect his ability inside, he can create some open looks for himself there as well.
Junior out of Canton, Ohio.
Nice drive inside, but no finish. We'll get a foul called. And they're going to call that one on Blackledge. Cannon will go to the line here to shoot 2. Third now on Harry, 9:34 remaining here in the game, assuming we don't go to overtime, which at this point would be certainly a spectacular feat for the Bulldogs. Dutchmen have held them at bay most of this game. Free throw by Cannon missed right there.
Dutchman riding that 8-game winning streak, undefeated at home. Adrian coming off a tough 19-point loss Wednesday at Albion. Down 20 here, under 10 to go. Again, we talked about chipping away, but at this point you just got to maybe work on something new or just find little momentum that you can take into your final 2 regular season games.
Colville back into the game now. He's got 3 fouls, so he got a little chance to sit there. He's got to get some shots going. It's been his second half so far. He's got 9 points already in the second half and only about halfway through this second half. Thought Carlson might pull from the corner there.
As did I.
Free throw line, Edson knocked down. Nice body control. He squared his shoulders up to the basket, got it to go, and it's a great example of how to catch and shoot on the move right there.
All right, good rise, connect.
Driving the other way, Colville. My goodness. Not sure how that one didn't go. He's so good in his ability to get to the basket. Blackledge going the other way. That's got to be a block, but guess they're just going to let it go.
He can take a lot of contact.
It up and in, and he gets that one down. Blackledge sneaking his way up. He's got 13 points now.
One of the better tough shot makers I've seen calling games here.
JD. Hawkins defending is going to circle all the way around, going to get a switch here. So now Carlson defending. Looking to get to Colville. You know he's just going to pull up and shoot. Why not? My goodness. Just lighten it up, and there's not much you can do there.
Yeah, Edson making eye contact with Coach Mitchell, just saying, I did everything I could, Coach.
You just foul Colville every time he touches the ball from now on?
Might as well. Quickly came the team's leading scorer now, 17. My gosh.
Edson going to be called for the offensive foul on the push there. Coach Mitchell trying to make sure his team stays aggressive here, keeps their head, trying to encourage them. Always tough to pick up an offensive foul after a guy hits a 3 on you. Colville's such a good shooter, showing he can score in so many different ways. He's got 17 now. Easy to see why he averages over 20 points a game.
No doubt. Still 8 to play this one.
Trying to dive inside. No finish, and the foul called. Johnson going up, and he'll get a chance to shoot 2.
I like the drive there by the freshman, 6'1" freshman out of Battle Creek. Nice spin move. Almost finishing the 2-pointer. He'll get 2 from the line here.
And they're going to get Blackledge with the foul there. That's his 4th. We're going to have 4 seniors coming into the game here for Hope. You wonder if Eddie's going to be the one that stays in to get the all-senior lineup. And, cool. I imagine this is what they're going to do. They're going to put all 5 seniors in here to play one more time. They'll probably take them all out at the same time and get ready for a standing ovation.
Yep.
And that'll be great to see. This is a little earlier than you might usually see that, but when you've got a 20-point lead, not a bad idea. Plenty of other guys on the bench for Hope that can come out and play very good basketball.
Sure.
A lot of good juniors, a very good junior class. That's going to be a tough class to see go next year as well.
Yeah.
Garner needs a little help getting it over. Coach Mitchell going to take a timeout here. They did get it over the timeline, but certainly struggling. Not a bad timeout there from Coach Mitchell.
We talked about Kalamazoo earlier on the broadcast. That's Hope's next opponent. They go on the road to KZoo. And you want to finish strong here in MIAA play. We got a tie atop the standings, Hope and Alma. To get that number 1 seed outright, you'd love to close out with a victory tonight and then 2 more on the road. Kalamazoo, followed by at Calvin to round out the regular season. So interesting to watch the subbing here by Coach Mitchell with 8:08 to go. You'd love to keep the seniors in as long as you can here on senior night, but want those fresh legs heading into KZoo for the next contest.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And should be fun to see these guys go out here and see a little more recognition from this crowd. Edson to inbound here after the timeout. Like you said, you talk about the standings tied up top.
Yeah.
But more important than that almost even is Hope will hold the tiebreaker. At least I believe. It's pretty complicated. Benson going up one-on-one. Another bucket. He's been doing that all night.
Hook.
But even if Hope and Alma both went out and they'll split the conference championship, be a shared title, but the tiebreaker is huge for home court advantage. Alma and Hope, the 2 toughest places to play this year, it's been shown on the season. And Hope winning at Hope and Alma winning at Alma. So home court advantage for the MIAA tournament would be massive. And should Hope win that, they would host all of the MIAA tournament games. I believe if Alma would get the number 1 seed, Hope would still host the semi, but then Alma would host the championship game, assuming they won their semi, of course.
Sure.
Colville at the line after drawing more contact. There's really just no way to stop him from the looks of things, because even when he's not knocking it down from deep, he just drives in and gets the foul drawn. Great athlete and a tough guy to stay in front of. He's got 18 already. And can't get that to go, so 2 of 4 from the line today. 7 of 16, though, from the field, so obviously getting the volume, but knocking him down as well.
Most likely going to see him get his 21 points. That's his average in MIAA play this season.
Nice pass inside. Oh, great fake, and he's hit on the head and then fouled again. Ricky Jackson Jr. wanted to make sure he was not going to make that shot because bumped him across the head, inadvertently, of course. But then after the shot fake, reached across and just grabbed the arm, too. He's going to make him earn those 2 points from the line.
Sure. Gardner just 6 points. He leads the team in scoring at over 15 points per game. That Alma game a week ago, I believe he was held to 6 points, and Hope had a terrific showing, 14-point victory. That, Blaine, is when we saw them take Alma by 14 with a pretty quiet night by Gardner in the scoring column. You just saw how this Hope team does if they bring it all together. Even with a quiet night from Gardner on the offensive side of things, you still get a 14-point win over the number 12 ranked team in the nation.
Yeah, a lot of ways for them to score. And Gardner's the guy who steps up when nobody else is scoring is what I think it is. And he's a facilitator. He gets guys the ball. He didn't need to score a lot tonight. Didn't need to score against Alma because he was working it into a lot of his great teammates that he has. And Gardner also has the best shoes in the MIAA. And we're going to get an offensive foul called here.
All right, he can make his impact in the rebounding column, the assist column, steals, defense. My gosh. Any film of him on defense, quite a clinic.
Colville picking up his 4th foul there on the moving screen. He didn't like it. Tough to say necessarily from over here, but saw a lot of contact. That's all I do know. Hope barely gets this one in. Edson down in the corner. He's going to take it up the sideline. Up for Gardner now. He's going to slow things down, let everybody get up over half court. Love to see one of these seniors or a couple of them try and get some shots up here. Looked like Edson might have tried it, but we're going to get a foul called first. Are they going to get Johnson here?
Underneath.
Yeah.
Yep.
Trayvon Johnson will be called for the foul, and that's the 8th foul on Adrian. So Hope in the bonus, of course. Gardner will go to the line. I mentioned best shoes in the MIAA. Look at those smooth blue and orange, but they're not gaudy like a lot of the shoes we see, especially with color like orange. It can be bright, plasticky, gaudy shoes, but there's a little more laid back, and I like the every other orange and blue on either side.
Nice pattern.
And very classic Nike, one solid color in the middle with the white. Very good look on the shoes there.
Right.
That's what we resorted to here as Hope's taking a 24-point lead. Talking about guys' shoes. Just wanted to make mention, though, in my opinion, perhaps I'm biased, because I get to see him play more than a lot of other guys in the MIAA. But love those shoes. Colville stepping up. My
Good
goodness.
golly.
Eddie looks over at the bench after that.
Again,
once
like-
again says, Coach, what do you want me to do?
Mitchell has nothing to say to that one. I mean, Eddie got a hand up right in the eye, Colville.
Foul called here on Johnson. That'll send Hope up to the line here.
Just going about his business, Colville.
Just slowing the game down.
Yeah.
Colville up to 21 now, right on that season average.
There you go. It's tough with the pressure here, too. It's more prone to foul trouble, and we've seen it. 9 fouls, 6:33 remaining here in the contest. But, you know, after the next foul, after these free throws, Hope going to get 2 shots every trip to the line.
Yeah, just over 6.5 to play here. Can just about mark this one down as Hope now up 22. Gardner with a chance to make that 23. And it'll be great to see the seniors sent off. I like this when they do, and it's been so fun to be able to see them play together so much. A full senior lineup, all 5 of them out on the floor once. It just works out perfectly that you've got 5 graduating seniors.
Yeah.
And a program that's ready to rebuild after next year, too. We'll be losing quite a few quality players as well. But Hope always rebuilds. It's part of the history and tradition of a great program. Cannon trying to go inside on Benson. Just really tried forcing that underneath. Lesniak try getting the board. Oh, what a block there from Gardner. Jordan Denham a little late to release the 3. Rodak going to go inside. Nice move. He couldn't finish. This one tipped in finally by Cannon. And Adrian just had so many chances to score there that they finally got one to go. 21 now the lead for Hope. We'll see how much longer these guys stay in there. We're approaching the 6-minute mark. Otto, tough finish. He draws the foul, though. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
10th on Adrian. Otto to the line for 2 here. Let's see if he can get a little rhythm here in the last 5:54. Not sure how much longer he'll stick in the game, but senior from Illinois. Shot looked good tonight. 15. Looking for 16 here.
First one up from Otto. Knocks it down. And great scoring efforts all around.
Oh, yeah.
Benson leading the way for the Dutchman with 20. Colville, of course, game high with 21 right now. But Otto now with 15. Make it 16. Gardner with 12. Edson with 11. So 4 seniors in double digits. That's pretty special to see.
That is special, indeed.
Wittenbach, not the only one not in double digits. He just hasn't been shooting as much as the other guys.
Whoa.
Colville all the way around for the huge
power
slam.
down.
My goodness. And, you know, right now,
Holy
Colville
smokes.
showing how special of a player he is. It's too bad his team down 21 points right now. What a fantastic play just to go backside, throw it down with authority. You could see it coming.
Lock him in for first team all MIAA, folks.
Well, he's my MIAA player of the year when you look at him. 21 points a game and 9 rebounds a game.
Sure.
I don't know how you can really count a vote for anyone else besides him for your top guy.
I'd only say team standings.
Wittenbach couldn't get it to go from the corner. He hit his first 3 of the game, missed the last 2. Rodak. Colville
Goodness.
finally misses, but an offensive rebound. So right now, Adrian looking pretty good on the offensive end. When you look at the scoreboard, you wouldn't expect to see things like these last couple offensive possessions, but right now moving the ball. Edson going for the steal. Tough shot forced there by Colville. Great help defense to get over, get a hand up in his face.
Yeah, Wittenbach, nice collapse there on Colville after Edson gambled, trying to swipe that.
Gardner now. JD defending, get it out on the wing. It's Lesniak defending on Otto. Back to Gardner in the corner. He moves a lot without the basketball. He tries to cut inside. Clears it out, though, for Benson. He's fouled going up by Cannon.
Cannon knows it, yep.
So Benson will go to shoot 2. And Cannon realizes, well, boy, if I don't foul him there, he's just going to turn over the shoulder, toss it up with the left hand there.
He's got that left hand going tonight.
So Cannon and Colville both with 4 fouls, the 2 leading scorers for Adrian. Nobody else is even close on their team. Benson gets the first to go. And if this were a close game, those guys would be the ones that Hope would be taking it right at to try and get out of the game.
Right.
Benson rolls home 2 in a row. Nice home bounce there. And Benson now 22 points and 8 of 10 from the free throw line. And right up there at that 80% mark.
Yeah.
Another guy who can score in a lot of different ways for Hope.
5 rebounds and 3 assists for Benson also.
Cannon, Rodak, deep 3 from the wing. Money.
Got him.
Oh, and throwing up the 3 sign
He did.
there.
I saw that. Little kiss and then the 3.
Kiss and throwing up the 3 sign there to get his team within 20 with 4 minutes to go.
He's got 2 threes tonight now.
Yep, up to 6 points. And full timeout here, I believe, by Hope. And looks like all the seniors are going to stay in the game.
Yeah.
Just because you want the ceremonial taking out of the seniors.
Right.
So don't imagine that'll be a whole lot longer here in a 20-point game. 4 minutes left. You want to see your guys get some playing time in their home court, but as you mentioned, you also want some fresh legs.
Sure.
Going into the last week of the regular season. Then, of course, following week you have the MIAA tournament, so potential for quite a few games coming up before, of course, the NCAA tournament, which Hope is essentially at this point a lock for, even if they don't win the tournament, for a, sort of a Pool C let in with their record right now. Only 1 loss in D3, of course, coming to Alma, a ranked team, and then they've also beaten Alma, so it's pretty tough to imagine Hope would get left out of the tournament, even if they didn't win and get the automatic qualifier. There's the block there from Garner on the 3, but a lot of second chance opportunities late here for Adrian. There's Rodak knocking down the nice deep 3. He got that to go from quite a ways out. So now 20 points, the deficit for Adrian.
You mentioned that tourney resume for Hope. That other loss early in the season to NAIA powerhouse Cornerstone just by 6 points, and they had a lead for quite a while in that game. If there's anything, we talk about good losses, that would be a good loss for Hope. Just that loss and the one to Alma at Alma.
And we're going to get another timeout right here. Called by Hope, a full. So things grinding to a halt here. Just a few minutes left.
Yeah.
That'll give us a chance just to kind of look at some of the stats here to run down. The turnovers, 12 for Adrian, kind of slowed things down after 8 in the first half. So we got a quick moment here. So we'll step away, hear a word from our sponsor, Lauritz and Vanderswart, and we'll be right back at DeVos Fieldhouse after this.
With 4 seconds left in this contest, down by 3.
Fellas, that's a great effort to get back where we are. Now, looks like we got 4 seconds. We got to have a 3. It can't be a 2. We're down 3. And here's what we're going to do. Judge, you're going to make this and we'll win the game in overtime.
Welcome back after just a brief break after the full timeout. Hope looking to inbound again. Adrian putting on a lot of pressure. Down 20, but never giving up. Of course, don't know why you would expect anybody to give up. It's such a tough conference. The MIAA, still over 4 minutes to play. And Edson bringing up the floor. Denham defending. He's down in a trap. Otto gets it over the timeline. A nice cross-court pass there to do that.
It's nice for the Dutchman to face some of that full court pressure, work on breaking it, kind of use it as a practice session.
And release the walk-ons. Well, D3 walk-ons don't exist, but that's what they'd be saying at the D1 level.
Wittenbach
knocks it down. You wanted to see that big 3.
Pure.
Light the candle. The senior. He's 2 of 4 from 3 on the day. And you got 5 fresh players ready to check in for the Dutchman at the next opportunity.
Yep.
Get ready for this place to erupt. Colville going inside. Nice move. Gets Benson up in the air. Oh, he can't make it, but offensive board.
Energy.
Easy pickings. Just hops right back up. He can get that second jump quicker than anybody else on the floor. That's why he's always up there ready to score. He leads all scorers with 25.
Yes.
Gardner, nice drive all the way inside with the left and the finish.
That'll
do it here. And do that just for the subs. And that'll give a second here for the seniors to come off the floor one last time. Woo! And announcing them coming off last time, I'm going to stand up.
I might stand up too real quick. Watch the cords here. Yep, we're good.
And a huge moment here. Lions down the floor with hugs for the Hope College seniors. A huge moment for those guys coming off the floor for the last time. 3 minutes and 12 seconds left here in the game. 89-66 the lead for Hope. Nice to see Wittenbach get a big 3 and then Gardner knock down the 2 before the seniors headed off. Now on the floor, Reese Dills, Mitch O'Brien, Keith Brushweiler, Luke Dreyer, deep 3 from the wing. This one's in and out. And Zach Littleson. Dills comes up with it. O'Brien coming all the way across the court. He feeds it into the corner for Littleson. He buries the 3. My goodness. Everybody's getting involved now. Hope's going to flirt with 100 if these guys keep doing this.
I was just going to say they're putting up points tonight, too. 92 with 2:45 to go.
Mitch O'Brien, a guy out there who gets plenty of playing time for the Hope earlier in the
Nice D.
season. Nice pick after the three from Littleson. Brushweiler almost threw it away. He did end up throwing it away. And back the other way, Rodak all alone. He puts the layup in off the glass. And Brushweiler, out of the five on the floor, the guy who gets the most playing time, really. And he'll come in and help out the bigs when they need a chance. Brushweiler down in the corner, up top for Dills. O'Brien gets the three look. This one's off the mark. Colville with the rebound. Looks like Adrian's going to get a few guys in to play as well.
Yep.
Get some subs. Colville going to drive inside. Littleson tried taking the charge, but a nice dish. And that one just off the mark. Cannon battling for it. Nobody down there for Hope's going to be able to get the rebound. Cannon just coming up with it without a problem, going back in. Hope lacking size a little bit compared to what they're used to seeing right now. Brushweiler out on the wing now.
Continued attack by Cannon there on the offensive side.
Brushweiler going to go inside strong. He was bumped, and we will get the foul call. At first, whistle a little bit late there. Wasn't sure if they were going to get the call. Certainly looked like he got pushed a little on the way up. And
that's it for Cannon.
Yeah, that's the fifth on Cannon. And a great game tonight for Anthony Cannon. He finished 8 of 12 from the field for 18 points. He had 4 rebounds and a couple assists, too. So a great night for Cannon. Unfortunately, disqualified from tonight's game. Colville going to check out as well as Rodak, that is, coming out as well. 8 points for Rodak and Colville, 25. So 3 top scorers coming out of the game there for Adrian. Brushweiler can't knock down the first free throw. Brushweiler shooting only 47% from the line this season. So he'd be right on track if he hits this second one here. Nope.
Short.
Just short. So Brushweiler kept off the board. Had about a minute and a half left here. 22-point lead, just waiting to dribble out, getting a few more guys some experience here. 3 up and off the back heel from Jordan Denham. O'Brien hustles and saves it. Gets it to Brushweiler. Now Dreyer coming up the floor. Luke Dreyer, a sophomore out of Zeeland West High School, a local product. Bryan to Dreyer, down in the corner. Now he just pulls it back out. Nice find inside for Brushweiler.
Good cut.
Dill's there. Oh, another nice pass. Oh, Dreyer, reverse.
Call it double
Called
dribble. Wow. I don't know if I saw that.
Double dribble? It looked like beforehand he had dribbled and then started moving again. So I would see a travel, but I'm not necessarily sure by rule that could be called a double dribble. But in the end, that is what it's called.
That is what it's called.
Either way, Dreyer tried getting away with something and he couldn't get away with it.
Yeah, you like to see Dreyer get a bucket there too.
Denham.
Oh.
Gonna get fouled from behind by Dills, trying to reach in. Dylan Bressler in the game for Adrian, as well as Michael Gold and Ken Henry getting some playing time. Jordan Denham still out there.
Yeah, still stuck on 8 points. He had 8 at the half, the former Dutchman.
And chance to get to double digits in his quasi-senior night here at DeVos. Of course, played 2 years with the Dutchman.
Yeah.
Last chance to play here in all likelihood. Can't get the second to go. Littleson with the rebound. Excuse me.
Yeah, cool moment at the start of the game for tip-off for Denham. Gets the announcement. Shakes some of the Hope players' hands.
Brushweiler out to Dills. Dills a pretty good three-point shooter.
Oh.
Dreyer passes up the 3 look. Now he steps just inside and knocks that one down.
There you go.
Just kind of had himself cemented just inside the top of the key and decided to drop her in casually. And shot clock off. Looks like Jordan Denham just going to dribble this one out. Maybe take one last shot. But a 23-point game, and the crowd's starting to realize that is the case. JD's just going to dribble this one out here. It'll be a 94-71 victory for the Dutchman, setting the seniors off right. 6 for Wittenbach, 17 for Otto, 22 for Benson, 11 for Edson, and 14 for Gardner. What a fantastic effort for the seniors. I'm going to try and math real quick. 20, 30, 40, 50, 63, 65, and 70 points for the 5 seniors.
Wow.
Fantastic effort by those 5 guys who got a lot of time on the floor to play against each other. Really a rare sight to get to see 5 seniors play together for so much.
Cool moment.
And that made it such a fun game here on senior night in front of packed house here at DeVos Fieldhouse,
Yeah.
as we're used to. Best basketball fans in the world. And what'd you think of the game tonight?
Like you said, I love seeing the 5 seniors on the court together. Strong defensive effort. Adrian had 26 at half, so they definitely stepped it up in the scoring department second half. But again, as I said at the halftime analysis, loved how the shot clock was run down quite a few times for their Dutchman with that hard-nosed defense. And then we talked about Benson's production, 22 points, just 5 rebounds. That's shy of his average, but also 3 assists. Otto kind of found a stroke there, too, for the Dutchman. We've been waiting for that to come back. Pretty shots from the senior out of Wheaton, Illinois. Yeah, I mean, a 23-point victory, nice way to transition into that away game at Kalamazoo. And then you got the rival Calvin to round out the regular season. Unfortunately for Adrian, couldn't stop the 8-game winning streak by Hope. Hope extends its winning streak to 9 games, remains undefeated here at DeVos. Like to see how the Bulldogs bounce back in their final 2 games, but here we are, 23-point victory for Hope. Nice way to send out the seniors.
Yeah, and one of those seniors we talked about, Benson, 22 points, really used his size. Big part of the reason the Dutchmen were able to get 33 free throw opportunities from the line compared to just 13 for the Bulldogs. So the size is a big factor in getting inside and getting some scoring opportunities. Blackledge worked hard all day as well.
Sure.
We mentioned all the seniors. Really a great effort all around and coming out with a huge win. So nonetheless, 23 points, the victory for the Dutchmen on senior night. That'll do it here from DeVos Fieldhouse. For Jimmer, I'm Blaine Wiersbicki, and it's been great to call the game, bring you guys the action as always. Couple road games, so this is the last regular season game for the men's games on the year. So if those of you who just tune in for the men's Hope games, it's been a great year. Maybe Hope will host the MIAA tournament games, and we might see you again.
Could get some of those,
but never be too certain. So thanks for tuning in this season. Maybe we'll see you again. Maybe we won't. Nonetheless, for James Rogers, I'm Blaine Wiersbicki. We'll see you next time.
With 4 seconds left in this contest, down by 3.
Fellas, that's a great effort to get back where we are. Well, looks like we got 4 seconds. We got to have a 3. It can't be a 2. We're down 3. And here's what we're going to do. Jed, you're going to make this and we'll win the game in overtime.